I am so excited here at Illuminate Film Festival with Diana. Diana, tell us all about the experience of creating your film and the inspiration for it.
So let's see. I actually started with a piece of music. I'm a musician. I sing and play piano. And I knew that I wanted to submit something for this micro short. And I knew what piece of music I wanted to use, but I didn't know exactly like what the concept would be. So I brought it to actually my roommate in Brooklyn, New York. And I knew that he was a filmmaker, like in a past life or whatever. And I presented, the song to him, and we were just kind of thinking about what it could potentially become. And he actually came up with the concept of the fact that it's a photographer, like a street photographer, that goes around taking portrait shots of strangers. And we used his photography. And so the first half we filmed a little bit of like an exchange between him and I. I like see him in a park and ask him if I can take his picture. And he obliges. And so I take his photo, and then I go through all these other portrait shots that he had actually taken, but it's of all these different people. And then I did the voiceover in the back. I actually took out the vocal part of my song to make it just instrumental, and then kind of developed the story and the concept, and wrote out the script for it, and then did the voiceover.
Okay, so 90 seconds. How much time did it take you with the filming, with the editing? Because I don't think people understand or really maybe appreciate to get 90 seconds. That can be a huge undertaking.
Sure. So we first did the filming portion of it, which actually only took a couple hours. And then he edited a little bit of like the first half. And then I spent time with all of his photos. And the dialogue was the biggest part, like the script behind it, and then recorded it. But I devoted besides all those other ones, like a week straight of just dropping everything else and completely diving into this project and editing everything and really figuring it out. So from first thing in the morning to last thing at night, 7 days straight. But previously, the week before, we'd actually done the filming and gotten it going.
Okay, and I think it's important to say that because we're watching 90 seconds. It just, in a way, I think for our attention spans, it's a perfect amount to really make an impact. But that's a lot of time to come up with that. What, in terms of the theme of Illuminate being around oneness and uplifting consciousness and humanity, how did that influence or impact your choice in what you created?
So with the given concept that it's about a photographer taking a photo of a stranger on the street, I recognize that there's this little exchange for photographers and people that do that sort of thing, which everybody thinks I'm a photographer now, by the way, but I'm those aren't actually my photos. But anyway, each time they're having that moment, it's like a collaboration between those two people, just two strangers collaborating. And I recognized that it was a moment where the person is not being judged. They're just being seen just as they are for that moment. The photographer walks along that's a great shot. Something's, they want to just capture who that person is in that moment. And, as with the artistic eye, there's no judgment on it. It's not what you're wearing or whatever. It's the whole picture. And so the receiving end of that, as the subject in the matter, they're having this moment where, they seem eager to have their photo taken, just oh, look at that. Just as I am right now is a moment that someone else sees as valuable to take a photo, and I don't have to change anything, and this person isn't expecting me to change anything. It's just, here I am, and being recognized at that moment for just being human. Yeah.
It's beautiful. I even an underlying thing that's coming to me is inherent worthiness and honoring all moments. There's no better or worse. That's beautiful. Yeah. Love that.
Yeah. I felt something near and dear to my heart is just being non-judgmental, really trying to be present in the moment of just seeing things for what they are and not shrouding it with all our ideas and judgments around it and stuff. So it was interesting. Like, I'm not really a photographer, but I recognize that kind of in that craft, that like what that exchange was. I'm like, I'm going to roll with that, you know. And then in taking all of the portraits, which was really fun. This actually took the most amount of time. He had like, you know, say like 100 portraits to choose from. And I went through all of them and kind of picked out like the most colorful, dynamic images and matching it to the song, like the rhythmically and like the emotion of the song, trying to put the right photos to be mapped out over that music. So that took quite a bit of time. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. But
yeah, no, beautiful. Is there any last parting words, wisdom, takeaway from the experience or being here at Illuminate that you would like to share that's right there in your heart that you're like, I need to share that?
Mm-hmm. It inspired me to feel like I should do more of these. I'm like, oh, minute and a half. I mean, I know how much work went into it and stuff, but it's just really sweet to have this little unit of art that can inspire, you know, and at these times, like just sending it around to my peers and family and stuff, just knowing like, oh, I feel really good about sending out this message to all these people I know. Like, I want to do more of that. So I'm kind of inspired to just take more snippets of my music and put imagery to it and see what happens. But yeah, it was pretty cathartic to like hash out what I really wanted to say with it. And yeah, the writing took the longest, but I love the message, and I'd like to make more of it. So thanks, Illuminate.
Well, maybe we'll see you back next year. Yeah. It sounds like it was healing and cathartic for you as much as for all of us. Mm-hmm. That's awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here.